Do I still play on the 6-9 popper? 100%. 100% I still play on the 6-9 popper. But this is the one score. This is the one score build. This is a one score. This is a guard build. This is basically, this can play the one in any scenario. This build could do it all pretty much.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I'm being
What is going on YouTube? It is your boy No Truth, and we're back with another video. This time we're going to be showing you how to make the Demigod 6'9" point guard that you guys have seen the clips for. You guys have seen live on stream. You guys have seen me dominate on the ones, the twos, the threes, and of course the rec center playing point guard with this build. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I made it, and you guys can tweak it to however you guys want. But here we go. For the point guard position, you're going to go, of course, point guard. Your handness, you can either choose right or left. That's your preference. I usually go right with all my characters, and your jersey number does not matter. 6. Alrighty. Now, for your height, you're gonna go 6'9". That is one of literally the best heights in the game. The game loves it when you're 6'9". For the weight, you can play around with the weight however you want, but the weight that I found that has been the best would have to be around the 194 range. At 194, you're able to keep an acceleration and speed at 83 and 80. You're able to keep a high interior defense, and you can put up your wingspan now to 4. You can put it up higher, but you lose out on your 3-ball. You want to keep your 3-ball pretty high to like an 85. That's what I had it. If you guys want more defense, you can bring up your wingspan. But what I found was a good balance was 7'4". I usually go built with all my builds. It just looks better, whatchamacallit, and your character's a little bit more built. Yes, technically, you know, built. Alrighty, now for the stats. We want a good variety of stats everywhere. You want to be able to do everything, basically. You want to be able to dribble, you want to be able to finish really well at the basket, you want to be able to do really well. So for driving dunk, we're going to start off with first, and you want to go all the way to 93 driving dunk. 93 driving dunk, you'll see that you get a couple of badges that you need, which is Slithery. You get it as a tier 1, which is amazing. So you get gold Slithery, you get gold Limitless Takeoff, and you get the ability to get gold Posterizer. Those are the 3 most important badges that you need for this build, especially for finishing. Once you have these 3 badges unlocked, that you can put on anything else what you want. You guys see me use Pro Touch, you guys will see me use Area Wizard, or you guys can go with Fearless Finisher, and you guys can go with Acrobat or Giant Slayer. There's a bunch of choices in the finishing. So we're going to go 93 for that. Okay. Then we're going to go for the 3-pointer. We're going to go 85 3-pointer. The 85 3-pointer, that's all you need so you can get Silver Limitless Range. Silver Limitless Range, you can shoot actually pretty far. And once you have Limitless Take, which you guys will see that I use as well in my videos, that you don't need any Limitless any higher. You don't need a gold or purple, anything else like that. So right here, you get most of the badges on purple or gold. You get Silver Agent 3s, which is perfectly fine. That's all you need it on. Anything higher, then you can use it as well, but that's up to you. Mess around with that. Then we're going to go over to playmaking. On your playmaking, you want your ball handle to be an 87. So max out completely your ball handle. Your speed with ball, you want it at a 76, which is also max. And then now, for people, this is a personal preference, but in a pass accuracy, you want it at least at 75. You want at least 75 pass accuracy, so you get the LeBron passing style. That's 100%. On my character, I originally have it at 80, so you can get those extra playmaking badges. So 80 is probably your best bet. So you can get those extra playmaking, so you can have it exactly like I have it. Now, we're going to move on to defense. You guys will see we'll finish up the attribute caps for the other categories really soon. I just want to show you guys the main things that you need. So for interior defense, we're going to go all the way up to 84. 84 interior defense allows you to stop a lot of stuff in the paint. It allows you to stop even post scores. You guys have seen me play on the 1v1 courts, and I can even stop post scores with this. Perimeter defense, you want to go all the way up to 86, because 86 gives you that silver clamps that you need. Your steel, you want to put it up to an 85, so you can get that interceptor. Interceptor on silver, and you can get that silver glove if you want to use glove. For your block, you want to put it pretty high, because this character actually gets amazing animations for block, since we're 6'9", and we have a pretty high span. You want an 81 block. So you get bronze anchor, and you get Chase on Artist on gold, which gives you ridiculous animations on this build. You guys have seen some of the snatch block clips that I put up. You guys have seen me get snatch blocks on this build all the time. For defensive rebound, we can keep it at 55, 54. So we'll do 55 for now. Then for your physicals, you want to put it to 81. You want at least an 81 speed. You want at least an 80 acceleration. There you go. 8 acceleration is maxed out. Your strength doesn't really matter at this moment, since you're not looking to bully somebody in the paint. You're not looking to, move people out the way with the bully badge. That's not your goal. What you do want to do is you want to get, away from what I did with my original build, which is only give it an 80 vert. If you want pro and elite contact dunks, you're going to want to go at 82 vertical. 82 vertical is what you... And for stamina, you want to put it up to at least 89. We'll mess around with it in just a second, once we have everything set. Let's go back up and let's complete the finishing and the shooting. For shooting, you want to bring at least your midi up to a 76. You can get those extra badges right here. You get up to 21 shooting badges by doing that. So bringing up your midi up to 76 gives you a 21 your badges. So right now we're sitting at 11, 21, 21, 19. We're not done yet. We're going to want to put up our driving layup at least an 80. Gives us 14 right there. And then we want to put up our standing dunk to a 62. A 62 right there. So now, with this, you have a couple of choices. You can make it to where you can drop your stamina if you'd like, a little bit more. But I would keep it at a 90. 90 is an amazing cap to hit it at. So we have 15, 21, 21, 19. That's where our badge count sits. If you guys wanted, I went higher with my original version of the build with a higher standing dunk. But you would have to drop something in your pass accuracy. You would have to drop it by 5 tiers, and then standing up to like a 70, and you would get more finishing. But I prefer more playmaking, because what's super important in the playmaking category is having bailout, needle threader, force quick first step. You're going to need vice grip. People don't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you the secret. Vice grip is one of the most important badges in the game to not get plucked, because you need it in combinations with unpluckable. Gold unpluckable is great, but purple is even better. But if you have gold unpluckable and gold vice grip, I barely get ripped anymore. Unless, of course, I'm getting double teamed by 2 blocks, and then you're just spamming X. That's a different story. But that's probably your best bet to not get ripped. And then, of course, there's a bunch of other playmaking badges that you can get here. But, of course, the most important is going to be quick first step. I love Clamp Breaker. Clamp Breaker allows you to get past opponents really easily without having to spam any dribble moves or do anything else like that. As long as they're riding your hip, you're going to make it to the basket. You'll be. So this build excels at finishing really well. It can shoot from really far. You have the choices to do whatever you want in this build. And the defense is amazing. In the paint, on the perimeter, you get gold challenger in the perimeter. You get gold pick dodger. You get post move lockdown on this build. You can even guard it, even a center if you need to. Of course, you're not going to be guarding the 7-3 every time. That's the goal. We finished off with a 62 on the shooting. So this is what the build's looking like right now. We got 15, 21, 21, and 19. So as you guys see, we need to have at least, whatchamacallit, at least 17 towards finishing. At least 17 towards finishing, so you can get posterizer and gold. So from our +5 that we get, or from the whatchamacallit, from completing the whole the whole quest line at the beginning, the free quest at the beginning to start off your character, you get the +4. Of course, if nobody has done that yet, you should have done it by now. And then you get the +1 by completing by the end of the season. If you got to at least level 39, you get the +1. So that's where we're going to be messing around with our badges. So we at least got right now, we have to put at least towards 2 to finishing. So we continue. The best 2 takeovers that I usually run, unless I'm going for whatchamacallit. We get a lot of takeovers. We even get rim take on this build. That's how amazing this build is at stopping stuff in the paint. We get lock, we get rim, we get sharp, and we get finishing for takeovers. But I usually go limitless range first, and I also go finishing moves. You can also go double finishing if you just want to just go completely bully somebody in the paint. But limitless range and finishing moves are probably your 2 best bet, because once you have limitless range activated, especially if you have accelerator, you get it really quickly. You can shoot from basically half court every single time. And so now the opponent has to guard you not only up at the half court line, they have to guard you in the paint as well. So you're a threat no matter where you are in the court. If you're playing the 1 score, you want, of course, extreme clamps and like the rim protector take, or you want extreme clamps and you're limitless, so you can shoot from far away and they have to guard you no matter what. And we're going to show you guys what the name of the build is right here. The name of the build is, of course, an inside out score. There's many versions of the build where you can get 2-way inside out score, inside out shot creator. There's a bunch of stuff. So chat, we're going to go test the build real quick so I can show you guys where you want to be putting your badges towards the build. You're going to want to put it maxed out to a 99. So look, of course, one of the most important is Slithery on gold. You definitely want Slithery on gold. Definitely want Limitless on. And then, as you guys can see, we are missing some badge points to be able to get gold posterizer. Remember that we said that we have to put at least 2 to this category so we can get Silver Acrobat. Now we have the 10 that we needed, and now we have posterizer on bronze. Once we put the +2 to this, we'll be able to core the gold. Let's say once we core the gold, what I usually do is, let me show you guys. We'll core the posterizer bronze for now, but you'll be able to posterize. You'll be able to core the gold version, and you'll have up to 7 points. So you'll have 2 more badge points to use. I usually go Pro Touch. There's a skill gap in between not using and using layup timing, which is amazing. So Pro Touch is really, really good. And then another one you want to use is either Fearless Finisher or Giant Slayer, depending once you guys core posterize. That's your best bet right now. Okay, so that's for the finishing category. That's what you get right now. For the next, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go to the shooting. For me, for my shooting badge is what I love to do. Amped is a must. Amped is a must. If you are dribbling around and you're running out of stamina, you're gonna definitely want to have amped on. That's what we call a green machine. I like to have it on the highest. People say it doesn't work, that it does work. Green machine is definitely a necessary badge. I always put it to gold. Agent 3s, no matter what build you're on, you're always gonna. If you are the main scorer on your team and you are always shooting a bunch of jump shots, especially on the 1s, volume shooter is a great pick. If not, clutch shooter is an amazing pick as well. We're gonna 100% go with limitless range. We're gonna core limitless range, and then after that, we still have 9 badge points. You guys can choose if you want Deadeye. I've tested Deadeye; it doesn't really work that well. Catch and shoots works really well, but if you're in the main ball handler, you're not gonna really want catch and shoot. And blinders doesn't work that well since we only get it on silver. So silver Deadeye and silver blinders doesn't really help us. You can go guard up. You can go volume shooter and clutch shooter. I love clutch shooter. For me, clutch shooter is one of the most important badges because in the end, if you can either hit that 3, you need that 3 to end the game, you're going to want clutch shooter on your side. I go the clutch shooter, and you can even go, volume shooter. You can go clutch shooter, volume shooter, and then whatever else you want for the last one. Want to go space creator. That all these, for shooting, it's always up to your choice. It's up to your preference, how you want to play. This is how I would usually go with it. This is what I would usually do. And you even have an extra shooting badge to play around with. So you guys can choose whatever you want for that section. For this is one of the most important sections, the playmaking, because everybody complains that they're always getting ripped and they're always getting the ball taken from them. We're definitely going to go with vice grip. Definitely going to go with quick first step. Definitely going to go with bailout. And then we're gonna go unpluckable. We're gonna core unpluckable. This is your best bet. This is what you want to do with it. You want to core unpluckable. And after you've cored unpluckable, you want your clamp breaker. And then if you wanted to, you can mix and match your badges, but this is probably your best bet. You want at least bronze bailout. If you don't want it, then you can switch it over, and then you can get needle threader as well. Do something like this, and then switch around your badges. But I would keep it like this. This is usually the badge setup that I go when I'm playing the one. So something like this is perfect. Clamps breaker. Do not sleep on clamps breaker. Allows you to get open so easily off of a drop. Definitely want vice grip and unpluckable. Trust me on that vice grip, you will see a huge difference. All right, chat. This is what I usually use for my defensive badges. No matter if I'm playing the ones, the whatever it is. The only difference would be interceptor. We want clamps, interceptor. Want chase on as high as you can get it. You want challenger. I'll show you. We're gonna get anchor. We're gonna core anchor. Right, that's how I have it on my other build. The core anchor, you're gonna get challenger as well on this build. So you get gold challenger on this build. So any contest at the perimeter, and you already have a high perimeter defense. Any challenge, any contest at the top of the key will be amazing. So we have that, and you have one more badge point that you can use. You can use it workhorse. You can use it on workhorse. You can use it on glove, whatever you guys want, depending on what you're guarding and what you're. So that's that for the defense. And then now, if you wanted to, you can throw whatchamacallit. You remember how we used 2 already into the finishing? If you guys wanted to, you guys can throw some into defense. You guys can get a higher workhorse. You guys can get glove. If you wanted to put your extra badge points there. If not, remember, we need at least 2 here in the finishing. For shooting, you guys don't really need to add anything to your shooting unless you really wanted to add something to shooting. But I would definitely add it to your playmaking, or I would add it to your defense for those extra last 3 badges that you have. Those extra 3 badge points. You add it to your playmaking, you're gonna go with needle threader 100%. So that's that. And then that's the build. That would be the build right there, chat. That is the best 1v1s, 2s, 3s point guard build that you have seen so far. You guys can see me every day live on Twitch. You guys can see me dominating with this build whenever I'm running the 1. Thank you guys so much for listening to me through this whole thing. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed it. Go test out this build. I promise you're going to be able to dominate in the park the same way I have been doing so. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.